Well, welcome back to another brand new video here on the channel. As the title says, I will be discussing what could the future be for the Halloween franchise. I think it's fun to speculate. I love horror, as you guys know, and I think it's fun to speculate what could the future be for these franchises, for these iconic characters. Again, if you know me, if you've been with my channel for a while, you know Halloween Michael Myers is my second favorite. So, yeah, let's go and get right into the video. If you're new around here, you know what to do. Let's go get right into it. So, as we know, Halloween Kills will be coming out this year, and following next year, we will have Halloween Ends. Now, I'll be honest, I said it here on the channel before. As much as I love Halloween 2018, as much as I love that movie, and I say it's like top 4, top 5 easily, even though I say that, even though I enjoy Halloween 2018, I'm not going to sit here and deny I kind of wish that was a remake, because they took, some, pretty, I think, risky changes, like, the whole taking away the brother and sister, which is huge in the older films. Taking that away, I think, was a big thing. Again, my opinion, I love Halloween 2018, but I think maybe they should have made it a remake. Again, I feel like Halloween 2018 could have worked as a remake. Yeah, you would have, yes, you would have, have to change the awesome mask. Yeah, you have to take some scenes out. Yeah, sure, but I don't know. It's just my personal opinion, considering the fact we're gonna get a remake. I can guarantee you 3 years after Halloween Ends, we're going to get an announcement for a Halloween remake. And, I just, when do we stop and say, look, we gotta stop remaking, these characters and continue with one timeline? Again, I love me a good horror remake. I love horror remakes. Even though I love horror remakes, when does it come a time like, okay, we just stick to one, franchise. We just stick to one timeline, and that's what we do. When do we start doing that? And that's like I really want to make this video a engaging video with you guys, because I really want to know, do you feel the same way? Do you feel like Halloween 2018 could have been a remake, and they could have moved the franchise forward? And two, do you think Laurie should have died in Halloween 2018? My personal opinion, I do think Laurie Strode should have gotten killed in Halloween 2018. Again, that's another thing. I feel like Halloween 2018, right? Halloween 2018 was a good Halloween movie. I keep preaching. I keep saying that it's top 4, top 5 easily for me. But even though I say that, they played it real safe. They played it real safe with Laurie. Again, we've had her character so many times, and it's really got me wondering. I love, Halloween Kills. Even though I haven't seen it, I know that I'm going to love it because it's one of my most anticipated movies of the whole year. But here's the thing. Are they going to treat Laurie like how she was treated in the Halloween 2 1981, where really she's not needed? You know what I mean? Like, she's really not needed. So that's going to be really interesting. Now, to the core part of this video is, what could the future be for this franchise? To be honest, there's tons of ideas that they can go with, and I want to discuss that. Which ones do I think could be the most, realistic, I guess you could say. The first one I want to talk about, could there ever be a sequel to Halloween Ends? Yes. Even though they're saying this is the end for this timeline, in my opinion, it depends on how they wrap it up. Because I think we can all agree, if they leave anything opened in Halloween Ends, fans are going to want more. So I feel like that's a back pocket thing. If they can't figure out what to do beyond Halloween Ends, for some reason they can't figure out what to do, trust me, there's a slim 50-80% chance of a Halloween Ends sequel, because I feel like you could kind of kind of, twist the words around because and say, oh, Halloween Ends was not intentionally meaning this was the end of this timeline. It's the end of Laurie and Michael. Which, again, that's how Halloween 2018 was promoted. So what if this whole timeline is promoted like that? And what I mean is there could be a sequel to Halloween Ends. You know, maybe Laurie's granddaughter, maybe she survives, she carries on the next sequel, she gets killed off in that sequel. We get, that's one possibility, is a Halloween Ends, sequel, is a Halloween Ends continuation. Would it be a big time jump? I think it would make the most sense for the franchise to do like a 3 or 4 year time jump, or maybe even 10-year time jump. That's really interesting, and me personally, I would rather have them. This is what I would rather, have them do in this franchise. I would have liked them to have killed Laurie in Halloween 2018, kill off some more major characters in Halloween Kills. And Halloween Ends started to introduce new characters, right? That would carry on the franchise, and we just will continue on with this timeline. That's what I would rather have than, let's make 2 more movies and reboot. I have a feeling that's what they're going to do. Again, like I said, there could be a possibility of a Halloween Ends sequel, but would people be upset at that? Yeah, but it's a money, Michael Myers is a moneymaker. So that could be a back pocket idea. Now let's talk about the most infamous one in my opinion, and that is a Halloween Resurrection sequel. That would never happen at this point. I think there was a possibility back in 2005, back in 2006, even 2011, I think there could have been a possibility. But now, no. Would I like a sequel to Resurrection? I think you could do it. I would like to see it. I think you can have a sequel to Resurrection, but doing something new. Not a remake, but a continuation, but a remake. That makes no sense. But I feel like you can actually do that. It's really tricky because, the trend now with these horror movies is don't have a tagline. You don't have a number. It's just Scream, Halloween. You know what I mean? So if they made a Halloween Resurrection sequel, it would have a tagline. I think that's the biggest thing, is they can't call a Halloween Resurrection sequel Halloween. So I think that's one big giveaway, that we may not see a Halloween Resurrection sequel. And 2, Halloween Resurrection was kind of forgettable and not a lot of people like it. So do you think Blumhouse, Universal would make a sequel to that? Most definitely not. So I think a Halloween Resurrection sequel is completely off the table. As much as I think that would be cool and awesome, and there's a lot of freedom there. There's a lot of freedom there for a director to come in, and do what he wants, really. And to be honest, I'm really surprised Rob Zombie really didn't take that option, and then, maybe, work something out, with Dimension, where he could, can come back in a later date and then remake, because I feel like you can have all the freedom in the world with a Resurrection sequel, but just obeying those rules that, look, it's a continuation, I don't know, it's my thoughts on that. Now, an interesting one that I thought about. This is one that I thought about for a while now. And that is, what if we get a direct sequel to Halloween 4? I've seen some people on Twitter and stuff like that actually talk about this. What if we get a direct sequel to Halloween 4? Could it happen? I would love it to happen, but Universal, Blumhouse probably aren't even thinking about that. But that'd be really cool. It's a direct sequel to Halloween 4. I think that'd be really interesting and really cool. I would actually like that to happen, and I think more people need to get behind that ideal I think it'd be really cool. But I've seen some people, like I said, on Twitter and here on YouTube talk about that, and maybe it's something, that actually people are going to be start talking more about in the next year or two, hopefully. The next idea that they could possibly do, but this would never happen, is a Halloween 6 sequel. Now, this thing that, again, no one talks about is a Halloween 6 sequel. No one talks about this, which is surprising to me that no one talks about this. But as a Halloween 6 sequel. Again, Halloween 6, I think, in my opinion, the theatrical cut was left open-ending for anybody to come in there. And I think the director intentionally did that. In my opinion, I don't know whose idea was with the theatrical cut. But I think the theatrical cut was smart, leaving the mask on the ground for any director to come in, retcon things and all that. I think that's what could have happened. I think you can make a Halloween 6 sequel easily. You don't have to, mention the thorn and all that. You can keep the thorn tattoo on Michael's hand. Maybe that be the only connection to Halloween 6. Maybe you retcon things. Maybe you retcon, Jamie Lloyd. Maybe you retcon her death, and you bring in Daniel Harris. That would be interesting. I don't know. Will the Halloween 6 sequel happen? I don't know. I really don't know. Off topic for a minute. I want to get off topic. I really do hope Blumhouse and Universal are actually considering more options than a remake. I hope they are looking at, a direct sequel to Halloween 4, a direct sequel to Halloween 6, a possible Resurrection sequel. There's two more options that I want to talk about and discuss with you guys, but I want to get the most controversial one out the way. This is probably where I'm going to get some dislikes. But what if they bring in Rob Zombie? People just turned off the video right there when But here's the thing. I don't defend Halloween 2, Rob Zombie 09. I don't defend it. But he never wanted to make that movie. He never intentionally wanted to make that movie. He never wanted to make that movie. He was forced into it. I have my opinions on that, but on what Rob should have did. Regardless, if again, there's potential because the two Rob Zombie movies are getting a fan base, especially the second one, which I find interesting. So could Blumhouse, Universal bring in Rob Zombie? Possible. Because Blumhouse usually lets their directors do what they want with a few conditions, obviously. If Rob Zombie could come in there, get Tyler Mane, back as Michael. If Laurie's alive, bring her back. Same thing with Dr. Loomis if he's alive. But I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie. If Dr. Loomis is alive, and if he's going to be the same way he was like in Halloween 2, he can stay dead. I'll be honest. I love Dr. Loomis in Rob Zombie's Halloween 1. I'm not a fan of him in Halloween 2. I don't understand the rewrite. But point is, could Rob Zombie make a Halloween 3? That's the whole point. Yes, he actually could make a Halloween 3 because those two movies are gaining a fan base. And Rob Zombie, needs that movie. Rob Zombie needs that movie to get him back in the spotlight. Ever since Halloween 2, 09, that kind of messed up his reputation. So he needs that movie, and maybe he wants, redeem himself with the Halloween fans. Possible. And it'd be a big way to get, your name back out there again. I think that'd be a unique way to do it. Some things I think Rob would have to change is the mask. Michael would have to have a new mask in this, definitely. There's no excuses. There would have to be a score in the movie. Um, it would have to be shot like the first movie or in a new way. I really don't like how the second one was shot. The white horse, that has to be thrown out. The whole like Laurie and Michael being connected, like I don't know what was going on with all that. That has to be retconned. All that has to be thrown away. But I think, yeah. I think Rob Zombie could make a unique story. You know, if he gets rid of the white horse and all that was tying down part 2, in my opinion. You know, again, Jason Blum is heavy, has heavy involvement in every Blumhouse film, such as Halloween 2018, Freaky, etc., etc. So Rob Zombie and Blumhouse, like, they could come up with something that's really unique, and really different. Because you got to think about that, like, people want different. You can say what you want, but you can't deny a Rob Zombie Halloween 3 will be the most different. Like, different. Like, I'm talking about, like, different characters. Everything will feel different and everything. But I think in order for people to get on board with a Rob Zombie Halloween 3, he's going to have to listen to the fans. He's going to have to make it feel like a Halloween movie. He's going to have to put atmosphere in there like he did with his first movie. Again, just a possibility. That's a possibility. Now, the other option. Here's the other option. Controversial again. He could do his Halloween 2018. Now, what do I mean by this? He could do his Halloween 2018. Well, again, the big trend at the moment, right? What is the big trend in Hollywood anyway right now? Retconning everything after the first movie. So they could approach Rob Zombie and go like, look, you didn't want to make Halloween 2. That is really not your vision. We bring you on for so-and-so, ever how much he wants. Let him do whatever he wants. Bring him on, and he retcons his second film, and he makes the second film that he wanted to make. That's a possibility. I feel like there is a 75% chance that there could be a Halloween Rob Zombie Part 3, and there's also a 79% chance or an 80% chance that he could do his Halloween 2018 and do that. But again, Rob Zombie is not a sequel guy. He's not a guy that likes to do sequels. So that brings it down to like an 18% chance, That really brings it down to that. Because again, Rob is not a sequel guy. He only did like 3 from Hell for the fans. But again, he did it for the fans. So if he did 3 from Hell for the fans, he saw the fandom, and he sees who owns Halloween now, Blumhouse, who's willing to work with directors and writers and etc., etc. He sees that there's starting to become a huge fan base for his 2 movies, and people are loving them now. Could he come back? Because I think he needs that movie. He needs that redemption for the Halloween franchise. I don't know. It's just a thought. But here's the next one. A remake. Now, a Halloween remake could be awesome if they do it right. And I'm currently still writing my Halloween remake script. And I said it's controversial because there's no Laurie and everything. I said it here. When they announce a Halloween remake, when they announce it and do it, we need at least 4 to 6 films that are good quality. But not only that, we need a Halloween remake that is totally different, and I mean different. There will be no Laurie Strode. If you want Dr. Loomis, there will be a Dr. Loomis, but he's going to be rewritten. He's going to be entirely different. Same for Brackett. He's going to be different. Same for Lindsay and Wallace. There may not be a Lindsay and all them in my remake. I would try my hardest to make likable characters and make a likable final girl that people could get behind and follow. If that format doesn't work, in my first movie, okay, then I will comply to the studio, and then in the sequel, we would have Laurie, but again in a different way. That will be one of my conditions with the studio. If I pitch a Halloween remake to Blumhouse, they like that I'm taking a really different spin on it, but it doesn't make as much as Halloween 2018. They get kind of cold feet. I could come at them and say, look, I will write another script on the condition, if they come at me and go like, look, you can write another one, but you have to have Laurie in it. I'd be like, you know what, fine, but she's gonna be my Laurie. She's not gonna be like the Laurie we saw in John Carpenter's or even Rob Zombie's. It's gonna be a different Laurie. She may not even be the final girl. And you know what? That kind of gave me a really cool idea too. Again, what if you do that? What if you do that with a Halloween remake? You have Laurie there, but she's not your final girl. Like the whole movie, you think she's the final girl, but she's not the final girl. That'd be really interesting too. But that will anger a lot of people. So I feel like if you do a Halloween remake without Laurie, your best bet would just be, not to have Laurie there. Because I feel like if you have Laurie there, but she's not the final girl, oh my god, so many people will get angry at you. But they don't see the vision. They don't see that you're doing something totally different. And again, a lot of fans are agreeing. Laurie Strode, her time has come. People are tired of seeing Laurie. We got her in Halloween 1. Halloween 2, we got her. Halloween H2O, got her. Resurrection, we got her. We're getting her in Halloween 2018. Halloween Kills, we're getting her. I hope we don't get her in Halloween Ends. Nothing against Jamie Lee Curtis and that character, Laurie Strode. But we've seen enough of that character, and so many people are agreeing with that. So my personal opinion, when it comes time to remake Halloween, they seriously need to take a risk, and that risk being removing Laurie and telling a new story. Do what Child's Play 2019 did. Do what the 2003 Texas Chainsaw Massacre did. Do what the 2012 Silent Night Deadly Night remake did. And that was, we keep the core things that we like about the movie while telling a new story. So what are the core things and the main things we love about the Halloween franchise? Michael Myers, we keep him. We keep certain characters, but we change them around. Maybe we change characteristics or whatever. We just get in there and do something different. So the bottom line is, what is the future for Halloween? Man, I don't know, and you don't know. That's the fun part about, I think, this franchise right now, is we don't know what the future is. But I can guarantee you, a Halloween Ends sequel is a back pocket, and there's a 95% chance that we are going to see announcement of a Halloween remake 3 years from now. 3 years from now, 3 or 4 years, yeah, we shall see some type of announcement for a Halloween remake. And I hope, they don't play it safe. If they play a Halloween remake safe, I give up all hope, that we will see something different with this franchise. I wish Halloween 2018 moved the franchise forward. And I think the biggest thing moving the franchise forward will be killing Laurie, or just removing her from the story completely. And we haven't really got that. Yeah, we got Laurie. She got killed off in Resurrection, but she got killed off in a disrespectful way. And Halloween Resurrection just really wasn't a good script in general. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a fan of Resurrection, but Resurrection could have worked. I'm not gonna lie. Same with Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. Not a fan, but could have worked. You can't you can't deny that. But again, I wanted to make this video as an engaging video, and I wanted to know in the comments below, what do you think the future of the Halloween franchise is? Do you possibly see them, doing a Rob Zombie Halloween 3? Do you see him doing a Halloween 2018 where he makes a direct sequel to his original? What do you see? And what would you like to see? To be honest, I want a direct sequel to Halloween 4. It's not going to happen. So if I have to pick the realistic option, and an option that I would, enjoy, Halloween remake. A Halloween remake, but with lots of twists, lots of turns, a different movie, and just thing that I think it may be controversial, but I think it's going to put people in the seats. And I'll be honest, I think it's time that we show, people that Michael puts people in the seats. Because I'll be honest, a lot of people think Lori, she puts people in the seats. She puts people in the seats. Like, you're halfway right. You know what I mean? You're halfway right. But then you also have to understand the other side. People come to see Michael Myers. People come to see a engaging, fun story. They come to see a fun slasher that's dark, realistic, gritty, that has Michael in it. That's what they come to see when they come to see a Halloween movie. They come to see new characters and all this. They don't want the same thing. That really goes with any, movie or anything. People don't want the same thing. So that's my opinion. I think a Halloween remake is going to happen at least sometime soon. We're going to get an announcement soon. And I also guarantee you they're talking about the future of Halloween right now, even though they're not going to confirm it and they're, being kind of, hush-hush about it. They're talking about it. They are. Let me know in the comments below. Again, I really want to have a discussion with you guys. What do you want the future of Halloween be? I want a remake, like I said, or possibly bring Rob back if he can come up with a good script. I think that would be interesting. One more thing I want to talk about before I go that no one's really noticed. For my Halloween remake, I will bring in another controversial director that will have people talking. Rob Zombie was a controversial director that got people talking. Back in the 2000s, when they got Rick to come back for Rick Rosenthal, right? When they got him to do Halloween Resurrection, when they brought him back to do Resurrection, that shocked people, right? Same with Rob Zombie. It was like, Rob Zombie doing a Halloween movie, that shocked people. It caused good controversy. The Halloween 2018 director. A comedy team? They do comedy movies. How are they going to pull off a horror movie? You know what I mean? Like, I think it's time we do that again. I think it's time that we bring in another controversial director that knows horror, that's a fan of horror, and they come in and they deliver on something that we want from this franchise. That is something different but good. Again, let me know in the comments below. What do you want from the franchise, or what do you think the franchise could possibly be? Make sure you smack the like button, please subscribe if you're new around here, and hit that notification bell. Thank you guys for watching, and hope you enjoyed. Hope you stayed to the end. Catch you guys in the next one.